Hey everyone, Digital David here. Today in this video, I'm going to be unboxing and reviewing with the help of my dog, Doug, the DogRook Humane bark collars. You can see those boxes right on his dog bed. He's currently wearing one right now too, and you can see it's not affecting him at all. He's very comfortable just laying on his bed with the collar on. I did receive these products to review, but any opinion expressed in this video is strictly my own. That being said, if you're interested in any of the products you see here, the links to them will be in my video description below. So please go ahead, check them out, and do your shopping from there. Both of these collars are very humane. They only feature 2 modes, beep and vibrate, so there is no shock. You can adjust the vibration mode with 7 built-in presets and settings. The battery life for both collars is 20 days, and it only takes between 1 and 2 hours to charge. And this collar is adjustable for small, medium, and large size dogs that weigh anywhere between 10 and 110 pounds with a neck size of 9 and 22 inches. Now let's go ahead, let's look at the package contents. Here are all the package contents for both collars. You can see on the left-hand side, we have a note letting us know how to use the mini spanner tool to screw in the black plastic prongs if we want to adjust the size. Next, you can see we have our user guide and manual right here, complete in color with instructions and QR code showing us how to activate our warranty and how to properly set up and charge everything. Then you can see we got the mini spanner tool right here and the 2 extra black plastic prongs. We have a swappable faceplate right here in orange if you want to change the color from blue. Then we have your USB charging cable right here for the collar. And then we have the Humane collar itself right here with the blue faceplate already installed. We can see from this side too where we can have our power button and our controls. So we got our plus minus right there. DogRook branding, nice removable faceplate. Here's our power port on the other side right there. And then you can see the back with the prongs and our nice nylon collar and buckle right there. Next up, we have the other rechargeable collar and all of its package contents right here. We have the same note showing us how to use the mini spanner tool. We have a lifetime warranty information card, and we have the same user guide and manual right here, equipped with that QR code and step-by-step setup instructions. Then we have our mini spanner tool and our 2 black plastic prongs. We have a removable faceplate as well in black. We have the same USB charging cable right here. And then we have the same collar. This time though, it's just with the nice reddish pink faceplate. You can see the DogRook branding right there. Same controls at the top. We got our power button and our minus icon right there and our plus button on the other side. We can look at it from the back side too to see the prongs. And we have our charging port as well with the same nice nylon collar and buckle. Now let's go ahead and let's get these collars set up. So to set up your rechargeable collar, the first thing we can do is swap out the faceplates. So go ahead, peel off the color that you don't want and then push on the color that you do want. It just snaps right in place. Now you can see the collars all set up and ready to go with our new faceplate installed. We can flip it over to the back side as well too. We can swap out the prongs with the mini spanner tool. They're just threaded right on. So take it and then you can loosen them up. Once you have it loosened, you can then use your fingers the rest of the way and then swap it out with the correct size that you want. Then once you're ready, you can go ahead and twist them back on with your fingers and then use the tool to tighten them back down the rest of the way. After that, you can go ahead, you can power the collar on and start using it. So let's look at the settings. By default, this collar is set to the 4th level of sensitivity. It does feature 7 levels. It also features 7 levels of correction, delivering a different combination between sound and vibration. So with the first bark, your pet gets a 1.5 second beep. For the second bark, your pet gets a 2.5 second beep. For the third bark, your pet gets a 4 second beep and a 0.5 second vibration. For the 4th bark, your pet gets a 4 second beep and a vibration for 1 second. For the 5th bark, your pet gets a 4 second beep and a vibration for 1.5 seconds. For the 6th bark, your pet gets a 4 second beep and a vibration for 2 seconds. And for the 7th bark, your pet gets a 4 second beep and a 2.5 second vibration. If they bark an 8th time, it'll enter into sleep mode for safety reasons for 1 minute. Now let's go ahead, let's set up the rechargeable collar. So the rechargeable collar set up straight out of the box. There's no battery to install or anything like that. On the back side, you can see we do have prongs that we can adjust and swap out depending on the length we want and desire for our pet. Other than that, go ahead, plug it in, let it charge up. And once you have it charged up, you can go ahead, hold the power button down for maybe around 1 second or so until it powers on. You can see now we have a green light and it's powered on. We're ready to adjust the sensitivity levels. 7 is the most sensitive level, the easiest to trigger, and 1 is the least sensitive. So once you find the perfect setting for your pet, you're ready to start using it. Just like the battery powered collar, it goes through the same cycle of progressions. In this case, let's go ahead, let's blow on the back sensor and let's try them all out. And there we go. We just had the 8th bark and it went to its safety shutoff mode for a minute. So to install the collar on your pet, go ahead, put it on them. You can see our dog's currently wearing the collar right now, and it's not going to move around or shift or anything else like that because we have it tight enough. How you can gauge the tightness is if you can still put one finger between the collar and your pet. That's how tight you're going to want it. You're not going to want it any tighter or any looser because you don't want your pet to be uncomfortable and you don't want to accidentally choke your pet or something along those lines. And you also don't want it to be too loose where it's going to move around freely and potentially trigger false alarms when your pet's not even barking. As you can see though, it's really comfortable. He has no trouble at all wearing it. It's just like a regular collar and he can lay around and do everything that he normally does. Now you're ready with the collar installed to start training your pet. So you can see we now have the rechargeable collar on and it fits the exact same way. So just make sure you tighten it enough so that you can fit only one finger between the collar and your pet. You can see the nice indicator light that's still lit up green for us, letting us know that the collar's powered on and it's ready to start monitoring for our pet. And we have it nice and secure in place so it won't trigger any false alarms. Now we're ready to start training him. So if you watched my previous DogRook collar review, you'll recognize this one and you'll think this is the same product. But again, if you watch that one closely, we had a battery operated collar and a rechargeable collar. Now they phased out that battery collar and now we have 2 rechargeable options that give us the exact same features and they're the exact same price online, just slightly different retail boxes in packaging. So I don't know which one's new or old or how they're going to continue to change the packaging in the future, but know that they're the exact same collar and product. Overall, guys, I got to say a couple of things from my own experience. They work fine. I just would prefer to have a collar with the shock as well. I think the shock's really important to help your pet understand what the beep and the vibrate mean. Maybe your dog is scared of the beep and vibrate as it is. Well, then great, you won't need the shock at all. But for my dog, I had to have the shock so they could understand what the beep and vibrate mean. So in my case, if my dog didn't listen to my command, it got a beep. If it didn't listen to the command again, it got a vibrate. If it didn't listen to the command again, it got a shock. Well, let me tell you, it took 2 times for my dog to learn and understand. So guess what? It started to correct its behavior every time it heard the beep and the vibrate to avoid a shock. So if you're just starting out training your pet, I would highly encourage you to get one with a shock. But if you want to go the humane route and you don't want to shock your pet at all, then obviously they make collars like this for you. Or I was thinking somebody might be interested in this collar if they already shock trained their pet, a couple of months ago or maybe a couple of years ago, but they're starting to regress a little bit, but you know that they still know what a beep and a vibrate mean, and you don't think you'll need the shock, well, then you could try out a collar like this. So I know with my dog, Doug, he's already trained to the point where if I put any collar on him that has the prongs, he behaves and he gets nervous and he's on edge and he knows why he's wearing it. So for us, this actually would be fine because he still knows in his mind what a beep and a vibrate mean, and we would never even get to the shock stage. So just keep that in mind if you're in the market for a dog training collar. Well, that concludes our video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget the product link will be in our video description below. Please go ahead, check it out, and do your shopping from there. Any purchase made through that link helps support our channel at no additional cost to you. So we're really grateful and thankful for all of your support. While you're at it, can you go ahead and hit that like button for us? And subscribe to our channel. We have new content coming out daily and we don't want you to miss anything. Please go ahead and give us a follow online and make it a clean sweep. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, TikTok, Discord. You can message us on WeChat, check out our website, and join our free newsletter. Thank you guys so much for being here. Don't forget new content daily, and we can't wait to see you in our next video.